We all had parents and we all have an inner child. So it's time to reparent correctly that inner child that needs you as an adult. So this work is not just for parents, conscious parenting. I know it's kind of like conscious parenting, but really it's reparenting yourself and it's reparenting that child inside of you, whether you have children or not, whether you're in a relationship or not.
Take the time to remind yourself that it all starts inside yourself.
Wake up feeling stuck every day, then you gotta realize that it's all in your mindset. Read about that meditation, you go get around to it, you just haven't had the time yet. Yeah, I bet. Best thing that you could invest in is you. Could have the results or could have the excuse. Only one life, so take care of what you choose. And I ain't preaching, I'm just telling you the truth. Wake up!
Hello and welcome to Bombastik Broadcasting with Kat, Kim, and Sue.
As you know, here at Bombastik Broadcasting, we believe in shining the light on all things bombastic and illuminating the folks who are stoking the fire in their souls one podcast at a time. So today, to continue our series on the Global Conscious Parenting Summit, oh my goodness, you guys, sign up. It's coming up August 8th. It's online, so everybody can go get some viewing parties together, whether you're a parent or not. I promise you're going to get something out of this. So today, to continue our showcase of some of the amazing coaches that are going to be there globally, we have Tina Daroowalla. And Tina is a conscious parenting coach. She is also an advisor in Dr. Shivali's coaching method. Trauma-informed care she learned with Dr. Gaber Mate. And her workshop that she offers is really cool. It's called Moms in Our Heads. Who's a mom that can't understand that a little bit? And at the summit, she's going to be focusing on the importance of reparenting before you parent. So great stuff coming to us from New Jersey this morning. Welcome to Tina.
Thank you so much, Kat. I really appreciate you. And I love that I'm here doing my first podcast ever with you guys.
We're going to get hooked.
Yeah. Welcome, Tina. Tina, I was looking at one of your social media pages and it says, what a liberation to realize that the voice in my head is not who I am. And I wanted to ask, was there some sort of significant incident in your life or anything that got you into this field?
Yes, absolutely. So while I was going through the Institute myself, I learned that I had certain patterns and behaviors that I didn't understand. My biggest pattern was self-sabotage. I was a people pleaser, willing to do everything for everyone else. But when it came to myself, I would abandon myself every single time and in every single project. And it was just frustrating to me. And I didn't understand why I did that. And then I learned as I was going through the Institute and with Dr. Shivali's help, that I have this voice in my head that came from my mom. And I'm not saying everybody has it from mom. Some people have it from dad, from culture, from, peers, from just the different institutions that we're exposed to. But mine was specifically from my mom. And the voice was so clear. It said, wait to lose the weight. So I was always waiting. And it became such a big thing for me that I would literally be waiting. So that was like, oh my God, this is huge for me to learn that I thought I had done all the work and I had this beautiful playbook about how I was going to be a mom and just be the opposite of whatever my parents were. And here I was living with this voice that was holding me back. And then I subsequently learned that there are others who suffer from this voice that holds them back all the time, that tells them that they're basically, when you boil down all the messages, and we have messages in our head that hold us back, it all comes down to your self-worth. And it's just saying that you're just not good enough. So don't even bother. So when I learned that, I said, I need support. I don't know how to process this. I'm here in my late 50s, discovering that I have this insidious voice in my head. Now, what do I do with it? So I created this little group within my cohort, and I had many who joined, almost 27 people. And we just started to deconstruct together. And I created some exercises. And I am so proud to announce that 5 years later, I will be beginning my 22nd workshop on August 5th. So it's really
Fantastic.
exciting for me
Yes.
to be doing this. It's a passion project. I help people to understand what are these insidious inner critic messages that are, holding us back from being our true selves, from discovering our true voice. So this voice that I'm talking about on that little message it's such a relief to know that that's not your true self. That's not your true voice. But there is a true voice within us, which we've suppressed because of our life experiences, traumas, whatever it may be. And to discover that voice is a process. So that's what I teach in my workshop.
Oh my
Well, that
gosh.
sounds phenomenal.
Are you guys joining?
Absolutely fantastic.
Come.
Yes.
Yes.
Is it live? Is it live or online?
It's online. It's
Okay.
online. So I see
Okay.
people from, all over the globe, and most of them have some exposure to Dr. Shefali's teachings. And even if they don't, they're welcome. I start from scratch.
So it's not only for moms.
No, I have dads. I have young students. I have people from all, it's because we all have an inner critic.
Yeah, it's for everybody with the voice in their heads, right?
And
All
everybody
of
has
us.
a mean inner critic that holds them back from something. And just to understand it and know that that's not your true voice is, and it's my passion project. I love meeting people. I would say about 200 people have been through my workshop, and mostly I have very good reviews for it, and people love it, and they really understand it. And along with it, I grow. I understand. So I'm kind of selfish. I do it for myself too.
That is the best thing though about these passion projects, when you do figure out something that really, shines that light on you,
Yeah.
and you almost cannot ignore it. It's one of those. And the thing that always gets me about like the not good enough, because we've talked about this with some other coaches, even if you think you don't have it, you do, which is really weird. It's kind of like that little tick. Like I would rather get not hurt at all, but like rather than the javelin through your chest,
Yes.
you have this little deer tick under your skin. But which is worse? Because the javelin, at least it's there and you can remove it. But the deer tick,
That's such a great analogy. I love that, Kat, because really that's what it is. We have many deer ticks all over our body, and we don't even realize that they're there till we start digging.
You're making me itch now.
right? And it's the subtle things. Like I think there's something wrong with me, because why am I not moving ahead? But there's nothing wrong with me, right? I've done all the work. Like you just hit on some really great points, and that inner critic. So yeah, thank you. I mean, this is awesome. So tell us a little bit what that looks like. So for those of us who are like, I'm good, I'm just in a waiting period. Like, what does that holding back kind of inner critic, like how did that show up? We know how because of your story, but how can other people kind of be like, is this what might be my problem, and is Tina's work something I should
Well, ask yourself, what are your beliefs about yourself? What do you believe about yourself? In the darkest moment, in your silence, when you're sitting alone, what is it that you believe about yourself? Do you believe that you're stupid? Do you believe that you're ugly? Do you believe, people believe that. I'm not. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? And that's a good starting point to know, and if somebody pays you a compliment and you just can't receive it, these are all little indicators. There are many, that just before you're stepping out, you're like this morning, honest, my first podcast. All morning, my inner voice, my mom in my head kept telling me, don't do it, make an excuse, say you have a migraine, and, just don't, you don't need to. Why are you doing this? It's not going to get, the voices just went on. As I lay in my bed, I was like, okay, fight. Go have a shower, go put on some makeup, brush your hair. You know that once you're there, you're going to love it. So that's my true voice. That's my adult self. That's the reparented part of me.
Ooh.
That comes through. So recognizing it is the first step, right? And recognizing that all the messages. But the ego, which is what this voice is so clever. It's like that little tick, like you described. It sneaks in. Once you think you have that message, wait till you lose the weight. So every time I hear that message, oh, I know that's my ego, but it has another sneaky way of sneaking in,
Yes.
right? And it'll say something else that, oh, that person is so much prettier than you are. Or, you know,
Oh my.
I'm just trying to find like close analogies, but it has a way of getting in and you don't even recognize it. And you just fall right back into your old pattern
Yeah.
of whether it's people pleasing, whether it's self-sabotage, whether it's perfectionism, whether it's whatever your pattern is, you just fall right back into it.
And all
So you
those
got
go
to
in
name
the
it to tame it. You got to name the
name
voice.
it
This
to
is my
tame it.
voice. This is my voice. I call my voice Medusa. So I'm
Love it.
like Medusa's freaking harassing me this morning. I gotta do something about it.
I love that.
That kind of helps me to know that it's not me. It's not me. It's not even my mother anymore, poor woman. You know, it's me and this voice that lives right here. It's its own entity. So when you know it, it doesn't go, sadly, it never leaves. It just gets quieter as you recognize it and as you tame it. So it's your job to quieten it, but how to do that
Yes.
when you believe it to be the truth? So I hope I
Yeah.
answered your question because I can just talk and talk.
Yes.
about
Oh,
this.
I know that voice. And in part of you, it sounds like logic. You're like, I had a coach that used to, I think of her every day, Deb Corey. She used to say, is it a reason or an excuse?
That's
like
great. I
the
love that.
Medusa in your head this morning. We have that every day, don't we, girls? Like we must at some point where it's
Oh
like,
yeah.
don't do this, don't do that. It's great. Great,
Absolutely.
Tina. Love this
Thank you.
illumination.
Thank you.
Yes. Fantastic. So Tina, what exactly does reparenting mean?
So, okay. So when we are raised by unconscious parents, which I assume that most of us are, we didn't receive the parent that we needed, right? We were not, maybe not seen, maybe not heard, maybe not acknowledged and accepted for who we were, right? So because of that, we develop this little inner child that stays stagnant. Becoming a parent, when we become parents, right? We are parenting from that place, that unparented child. That's why we get into these struggles with our children. That's why it's like, so when reparenting is really adulting yourself and acknowledging that now it's my, that's another part of me, not a bad part. It's just another part. Like my ego is a part of me. My inner child is a part of me. There is an adult within me. So when we access that part of us, we live a more liberated life and we are able to parent from that position. So that's why I think that is to me the crux of conscious parenting, because you cannot parent consciously unless you are in your adult self. That's your higher self, your mature self, that can see that child, that can accept the child before you for who he is. Whether he's, why isn't he playing the violin that I bought him? Why is he talking back to me? Why is he addicted to the screen? You have to connect with the part of the child. Why? Go under. You cannot go under if you're being the child yourself. Am I explaining that well? Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
That's what
makes
reparenting
sense.
is about, like growing yourself up before you can parent the child before you. And it's a process.
Quite a process, I imagine.
Yes.
Wow, that's great. And do you have children, Tina?
I do. I have a 24-year-old who was my awakener. He was this amazing kid his whole life. He's my only child, so he was my, pride and joy. Took a lot to get him into this world. So we had a lot of value for him, and we still do. And so he was the, eternal good boy. Always listened to me. I was this horrible helicopter on top of him all the time, guiding his life, telling him what to do, doing things for him, making his life busy, 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 because that's what I thought parenting is, right? Like always being there on top of him. And then he would give me hints like, Mom, you don't have to separate all the Lego colors. I can do that. Can you just like sit on the couch?
That's so
He'd be
cute.
like, Mom, you don't have to. What? Can you give other moms a chance to be the class mom? So he would say things like that.
Sweetheart.
He was like, and I would be because I was an inner child, I would be so, oh my God, he doesn't need me, he doesn't want me. and going to those parts of me because I didn't know any better, right? So I forgive
Right.
myself for that.
Of course.
And then he became a teenager. And he became a teenager and he put his hands up and said, no more. No,
Oh.
I'm not doing violence. No, I'm not doing this. No, I'm doing this and I'm not doing that. No, you can't hug me in front of my friends. No, you can't, call me 40 times a day or whatever it was that I was doing.
Right.
He set his boundaries and I panicked. And really, it was
Yeah.
my inner child that panicked. Like, what the hell is going on? My son is becoming a bad boy. And that's when I discovered Dr. Shefali. I saw her on Oprah, and then I started following her. I read her books. I went to her Evolve conferences, and I said, this makes sense. It's not him, it's me. It's not him. He's just a kid. He's my mirror. He's telling me where I need to do the work. And that's what our children are. They're our mirrors. So that's what we believe, at least in conscious parenting. So
Yes.
it's lovely when you have a child who's rebellious. We love rebellious children instead of the compliant ones, because the poor compliant ones are just, they're not being their true selves.
Yeah.
Not every kid wants to do everything that we tell them to. So the rebels are the ones that we love. They're the ones who are telling us what it is that we need to work on.
Gosh, that is so
Just-
relatable.
Yeah, like you just flip that script right upside down. It's beautiful.
That's what this is, a paradigm shifting way of raising your children. That's what conscious parenting is. Connection over correction. There are all these things that we say, but it makes so much sense. And it's so freeing. It's like, I don't have to make a perfect child. He doesn't have to be, Mother Teresa or Nelson Mandela. He can just be himself.
So I'm sure that's a huge relief for him too.
Put his guns out. He's like, I'm not being this person that you want me to be.
Yeah.
And so when I laid my weapons down, I could connect with him and say, it's okay who he is. He's beautiful. I love him.
Yes.
And that has totally changed our relationship. But it was a lot of work. It's mostly us that have to do the work, right? So sad.
No, I hate when that happens.
That's great that
man.
you found Dr. Shivali and you hopped on that path and now you're part of the team there. I think that's good. Great.
Yes.
Great little
Yes.
circle.
Yes. Yes. This
Absolutely
is like
wonderful.
I'm a late bloomer, but I feel like I found my purpose and calling in life. So
Hey, a bloomer's a bloomer.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
I love
Great,
that.
Kim. I love that. and that
Well-
always is good news too when a little later in life, because it's just all starting. My eyes are opening up more and more every day, and a person like you, from seeing Dr. Shivali on Oprah to now being an advisor in the experience for people, I mean, that is mind-blowing. It's really paramount. So good on you, girl. Good on you.
Thank you.
Really
Yeah,
is.
we always tell these are the questions we get asked all the time. Is it too late? It's never
Yeah.
too late. It's
Mm.
never too late to connect with your child, whether he's 22, she's 25, she's 30. You just have to shift yourself. And by shifting your energy, you create a new connection with your children, whatever age they are. And then, of course, I'm always envying the people who have newborns or little kids, because then they can they start on and they find conscious parenting. They're on
Yeah.
the right track.
Beautiful.
I
right?
know.
Yeah.
How lucky is that?
Yes.
It'd be interesting to do a study of those kids and see how they end up turning out.
They're little Buddhas.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
I like that.
Firecrackers.
We had people in the institute that were pregnant, as students,
Fantastic.
and they're getting it like in utero, all the knowledge,
Oh.
all the wisdom.
Fantastic.
That's
Gosh,
beautiful.
that's amazing. And you have 22 workshops under your belt. That's absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
And here at Bombastic Broadcasting, we like to say a rising tide lifts all boats. So, Tina, what else do you offer? You've got your workshops available and one's coming up soon, right?
Yes, and I also do one-on-one coaching, and you can visit my website. It's called themindspace.coach, and learn a little bit more about me, or book a session, learn about my workshops, and also on Instagram.
Wonderful. We're so looking forward to the summit. And thank you so much for being on our
Thank you, ladies.
podcast
This is so much
today.
fun. I'm so glad I didn't listen to Medusa.
Yes, so are we.
100%.
You guys are amazing. Thank you for the amazing work you're doing and highlighting all of us. That's really kind of you. Love it.
Thank you. We're having the best time.
We
What a
are.
wonderful start to our day. Look at this.
It's amazing all the things we learned from all of this. Can I ask you one more question? What would you say to those people out there that don't have kids? Because I've heard from a couple of the coaches, and I really do think it's an awesome point that everyone can get something out of this. So if you don't have a little mirror, if you're not lucky enough to have a child in your life, what then? How do you get to this point?
We all had parents, and we all have an inner child. So it's time to reparent correctly that inner child that needs you as an adult. So this work is not just for parents, conscious parenting. I know it's kind of like conscious parenting, but really it's reparenting yourself, and it's reparenting that child inside of you, whether you have children or not, whether you're in a relationship or not. It's just another way of approaching life, and it's so freeing once you embark on that journey. And this journey is not like this. We never say that you're not going to skyrocket. It's going to have bumps, and that gives you space for it's okay to make mistakes, and it's okay to come back. So just the resetting of yourself. So it's for everyone. Conscious parenting is really for everyone. We all have an inner child, and we all have parents. 1, 2, none, whatever. Somebody parented us.
We'll look forward to seeing you at the summit. Everybody will have the link on our Bombastik Broadcasting social media, Instagram, Facebook. It's consciousonthego.com. So until next time, be loving to reparent your inner child. Be courageous enough to silence your inner critic or your Medusa, and be a kind reparenter of yourself.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. So much more in this world that you can do. Wake up. Every little thing in this life that you're going through don't mean a thing. Wake up. You keep shining. You keep grinding. Wake up. All is aligning. All you gotta do. Wake up. My man Mo said that the reason that the world fucked up is cause everybody lazy. Positivity is corny to them, but they still gon' complain about the bad going on. Shit crazy. So I just had to drop a little project. I don't know what the object is, but this feels good. If you too hood for the good vibes, sorry I ain't got nothing for you. Why should I?
You shouldn't. We out here doing the things that y'all wouldn't. Life could be a sweet ride. Proof is in the pudding. These guys with the weak vibes, I'll show them where to put it. Down bad, I was looking for the answer. Mind all mad, taking over like a cancer. Canceled the sub plans, came from up above. Told me everything we doing, showing love, and I gotta
wake up. So much more in this world that you can do. Wake up. Every little thing in this life that you're going through don't mean a thing. Wake up. You keep shining. You keep grinding. Wake up. All is aligning. All you gotta do. Wake up.
I've been getting so high, head up in the clouds. I don't ever wanna calm down, but I gotta
wake up.
Ain't enough time to be down. Bust a smile, cause it's yet another day that I'm allowed to
wake up.
Feeling blessed to be alive, man. Not long till we thriving. Take the time to remind yourself that it all starts inside yourself. Most.
Wake up feeling stuck every day, then you gotta realize that it's all in your mindset. Read about that meditation, you go get around to it, you just haven't had the time. Yeah, I bet. Best thing that you could invest in is you. Could have the results or could have the excuse. Only one life, so take care of what you choose. And I ain't preaching, I'm just telling you the truth. Wake up. So much more in this world that you can do. Wake up. Every little thing in this life that you're going through don't mean a thing. Wake up. You keep shining. You keep grinding. Wake up. All is aligned.